Hi everyone, my name is Michael.
And I'm Jackson, and we're educators here at Ripley's Aquarium of Canada.
We're excited today to talk about some of our iconic animals, the green sea turtles. We'll introduce 3 of our fishy friends and take a deeper dive into their history.
But first, let's learn a little bit more about these turtly awesome species. Sea turtles are reptiles in the order Testudines, which includes all turtles and tortoises. Specifically, sea turtles are part of the family SHELL-ebrate, and researchers have found they have been swimming in our oceans for over 110 million years. They all have a hard shell called a carapace, which is an extension of their rib cage and is connected to their skeleton, meaning they cannot be separated from it. Look carefully at the carapace. Do you see the pattern? These are scales called scutes. The number of scutes and their orientation can help you identify the species of sea turtle that you're looking at.
You can also see the difference in their limbs. Sea turtles have flippers, while freshwater turtles and tortoises have claws.
That's right. Sea turtles' flippers help them move smoothly through the water. They have adapted to an almost entire lack of claws and will live their whole life underwater, only venturing on land to lay eggs. Amazingly, sea turtles will remember where they were born and return to lay their own eggs. One turtle can lay over 150 eggs at a time in shallow burrows in the sand. In a single nesting season, females will lay between 2 and 6 clutches of eggs. They do this every few years, meaning this could be roughly 9,000 eggs in one turtle's lifetime. Most sea turtle species really enjoy spending time eating jellyfish. They have special throat spikes called papillae to allow them to eat jellies. These spines look scary, but they help turtles keep their food moving in the right direction.
Most species? You mean there are more than just our awesome green sea turtles?
Yeah, there's actually 7 different species of sea turtle. They're broken into 2 groups, the hard-shelled and the leathery-shelled. Leatherback sea turtles are the largest, reaching 1.5 to 1.8 meters long, and the only species to regularly visit Canadian waters, swimming up the Atlantic coast in the summer. The other 6 species are in the hard-shelled group. The olive ridley's sea turtle is the smallest species of them all, and is named for their olive green color. The Kemp's ridley is the second smallest and most endangered of the species. There was once as few as 200 nesting individuals left. However, thanks to global conservation efforts, that number is rising and is now in the thousands. The hawksbill sea turtle gets their name from their uniquely sharp beak, and the flat-back sea turtle is unlike most sea turtles because it is found only in Australia, where the others are typically in tropical waters worldwide. Lastly, there are the green sea turtles and the loggerhead sea turtles. They are tied for the largest hard-shelled turtle. However, they are quite a bit different. Green sea turtles have a broader, heart-shaped carapace and can be primarily herbivorous, while loggerheads have a teardrop-shaped carapace and are carnivorous.
Ah, I see. So we have green sea turtles here at the aquarium. But I don't quite understand the name. They aren't really that green.
You're right, they're not much greener than any other type of sea turtle. They get their name from the color of their fat, which they get from their unique diet. These turtles are primarily herbivorous. The bulk of their diet consists of veggies like seagrass and algae, but they also enjoy munching on invertebrates, fish, sponges, and corals, and basically, all of these greens they eat stain their insides, giving them their name. Green sea turtles can be found in warm waters around the world. There are 2 main populations. The ones we know typically as the green sea turtle is found in the Atlantic, Indian, and West Pacific. The other, considered by some to be a separate subspecies, populates the East Pacific. This group is characterized by their generally smaller size and darker shell, giving them their name, the black sea turtle. Because the Pacific Ocean is so large and cold, it's difficult for sea turtles to cross over to the other side. So the turtles that once traveled this far sort of got stuck. This is how this species evolved. So Michael, can you share some more information about our sea turtles?
Crab-ulous. We have 3 amazing green sea turtles here at Ripley's Aquarium of Canada. Their names are Spot, Chewy, and Schooner. Chewy is the only male sea turtle in our facility. He is quite an active swimmer, so you may see him frequently doing laps near the surface of the water. Spot is Chewy's sister, and we can tell them apart by the light spot on the back of her neck, which is how she got her name. She loves her snacks and is sure to never leave any crumbs behind at their feet.
I love that they have such strong personalities. Do we know where Chewy and Spot came from?
Spot and Chewy are from Costa Rica. They were born in 1997, so they're almost hitting their 30s. We brought Spot and Chewy to Toronto before we opened the aquarium in 2013, after they spent some time in the care of a university in British Columbia, and they've called Dangerous Lagoon home for over 11 years.
Wow, they came from such a long way from Costa Rica. What a journey. Now tell us about the third sea turtle, Skuna. Does she have a backstory like this?
Skuna is the largest green sea turtle in our aquarium. She has a unique carapace design that is quite pale with tons of black specks on it, which is very different compared to most green sea turtles. Skuna was rescued in 2005 by Vancouver Aquarium and was named after schooners passed off the shore of British Columbia, where she was found in cold shock. She swam too far north and due to the extreme temperature, was unable to find her way back to her natural range. After growing so much, she needed a larger living space, which our aquarium was happy to provide. So we teamed it up with Vancouver Aquarium, Air Canada, and Air Canada Cargo to transport her here to Toronto in March of 2023.
That's amazing. But wait, don't sea turtles only live in warm tropical waters? How did she end up in such a cold environment?
That's a great question. We believe that Skuna was carried by ocean currents from a warmer region to British Columbia. When reptiles face a state of shock, their body starts shutting down. For Skuna, this meant she couldn't swim to travel back towards warmer temperatures by herself.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Though it's great that thanks to the Vancouver Aquarium and now our establishment, she's thriving. Michael, do you mind explaining more about the animal care we provide for our sea turtles?
Our husbandry team works hard to ensure all of our animals receive the care they needed to thrive. They are fed twice a day with a variety of veggies, such as romaine lettuce, carrots, sweet potatoes, bell peppers, while sometimes adding in new foods for enrichment, such as bananas or watermelon. While this species is primarily herbivorous, our turtles are omnivorous during this stage of their life, so protein is added into their daily meals. This includes restaurant-grade seafood, such as squids or mackerel. Our team prepares roughly 2.5 kilograms of veggies and 0.5 kilograms of protein every day. They also include turtle-specific vitamins and supplements to ensure our green sea turtles are receiving all the nutrients they need.
It's really interesting to compare what our sea turtles eat here versus what they eat in nature. Do our sea turtles have a favorite food?
They definitely do. Spot likes eating sweet potatoes or really anything that is orange, while Chewy loves squid. However, we found that Chewy is a picky eater and isn't very interested in red peppers. So sometimes the team hides the red pepper by wrapping it in the lettuce. Then he'll eat it. And Skuna loves squids, as well as sweet potatoes and anything crunchy like lettuce.
Wow, their individual personalities really shine. So how do we get them to come and eat? Dangerous Lagoon is a huge habitat.
The sea turtles have been target trained by our aquarist. To initiate each feed, they ring a bell in the water. The turtles know to swim into our acclimation pool, where they each have their own target setup. When they touch their correct target, the team feeds them. Being trained as they feed is a form of enrichment. Enrichment is something that the animal care team does at zoos and aquariums to keep animals' mind healthy. Since Ripley's Aquarium of Canada is accredited by AZA, CAZA, and WAZA, our animal care team not only keeps their bodies healthy, but also keep their brains active. Our team provides so many activities for our turtles. For instance, stuffing lettuce into a PVC pipe that sinks to the base of the pool. This mimics seagrass beds as they would encounter in the ocean, encouraging their natural diving behavior. Speaking of natural environment, sea turtles are endangered. I think we should talk a bit about that before we wrap it.
That's a good idea. Sea turtles are really important to our ocean's ecosystem. In coral reefs, they can act like gardeners, trimming dead or dying coral. Their wide geographic range helps spread nutrients. So energy from one part of the ocean gets picked up by the sea turtles, and then when they lay eggs on beaches, some of that energy is transferred to the animals that feast on those eggs. Sea turtles are one of the few animals that eat jellyfish. For instance, the leatherback can eat over 600 jellies in a single day. Without these turtles, the number of jellyfish would continue to increase, leading to an unbalanced ocean ecosystem. Truthfully, every animal is important to our ocean, but sea turtles are so unique, without them, our oceans just wouldn't be the same. So there's a lot of things affecting these amazing animals, from beachfront development to poaching to climate change. What are some things you think we can do?
There's so many things we can do to help the sea turtles, even if we don't live where they live. When you visit any beach, you can continue to remember that classic saying, take only pictures, leave only footprints. On top of this, you can always clean up any mess in a safe way. If you want to learn more about doing a cleanup safely, look for a link in the description to a video that shows you all the steps.
Plastic pollution affects the other 6 species of sea turtle a little more than green sea turtles, as plastic bags look very similar to jellyfish, and the other species eat more jellyfish than greens. As a result, many sea turtles die of starvation with a full stomach. This is called impaction, or choke on plastics that is stuck through their airway. This is an unfortunate reality for many ocean animals.
Green sea turtles still face trouble from plastic pollution. They are still likely to consume some amount by accident. 10% of ocean plastic pollution is discarded fishing nets and gear. This can easily tangle and drown sea turtles.
Another way to help out is to do what we are doing right now, sharing what you know. I believe spreading knowledge to local communities is the easiest and most effective way to promote animal and environment conservation. Share what you learned in this video with friends and family so we can help turtles worldwide.
Thank you for watching our special feature about our awesome green sea turtles.
We hope you have a turtle-rific day, and we'll see you next time at Ripley's Aquarium of Canada.